I want to talk about Dfront. This mode has surprised me in a very positive way, which I truly wasn't expecting. Now, I was fortunate enough to be one of the first people in the world to ever see Dfront. I got to play a version of it whilst it was still in development, and I genuinely did enjoy what I played. I saw the potential of what Ubisoft had, and the next time I would get to play it was at the Siege X showcase in Atlanta. And although I did enjoy the game mode and got to see some of it through its development, I did have a big concern about how the community would react to it. And for the most part, I think it kind of went how I expected. A lot of people kind of just complained about it, didn't really care about it, and have brushed it off. I sort of saw that coming from a mile away. But as this season has went on, being the first season of Dfront, I have seen a substantial shift in not just people's perception of Dfront, but the players you are getting in Dfront as well. Now, I'll be perfectly honest, I do enjoy Dfront a lot more than I initially did. If you guys couldn't tell, the Assault on Hereford base event was a sort of run up to Dfront. It has a lot of the same mechanics, it put attackers and defenders on the same side. That was sort of like an early taste of what Dfront was. And that is my favorite event they've ever done. I absolutely loved Assault on Hereford, and I am genuinely enjoying Dfront. I have concerns, which I'll get into in this video, but the first point I want to talk about here is the player base on Dfront. Now, something you do have to realize about Dfront is that it isn't on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It's only on the current generation of consoles and PC. You're already slicing a large amount of the player base just with that fact alone. On top of this, it is a secondary mode, so again, it's not going to have the same amount of player attention as Core Siege. But despite this, and I'm genuinely surprised by this, on a midday on a Thursday as I'm recording this video, I am finding games super fast on Dfront. Like, despite the odds that have stacked against it, I am getting constant new players every single match, which is very promising for a new mode like this, which has taken a lot of risks and does have barriers to access. I think you will also agree that that is a surprising fact. Now, I have said this on my Twitch stream. There are people in my chat who do enjoy Dfront, and they say, hey, I'm struggling to find a match on Oceanic servers, for example. I guess I am fortunate on being on one of the more populated servers in the world, that being EU. So obviously keep that in mind, but that's the same case with Core Siege as well. It's harder to find games on these smaller region servers. Now, something I mentioned a second ago, which I want to talk about, is the player base in Dfront itself, how people play the mode. When Dfront's beta was out and then when the season started, it kind of sucked. People played it like an extended version of TDM, didn't really understand how the objectives worked, and it was a bit of a mess. Which is fine, it's understandable. You have to give people time to learn something. That ball wasn't really going to start rolling when the season started. But I'm actually surprised how fast that ball has now started to roll, because you load up a match of Dfront, and every single player understands what they're doing and they are playing the objectives, which gives the mode the structure that maybe for a lot of people it didn't have when it first came out. And it does lead to a genuine semi-competitive casual game mode. It's a game of tug of war and devoting resources. You have to decide who's going to attack, who's going to defend, and then when the assignment comes, okay, maybe we should devote some people to go doing that assignment, whilst others focus on attacking at the same time so we can pinch them on two fronts. Like, when both sides are genuinely playing the objective, it is really fun. And putting in the whole attackers and defenders working together sort of thing, and you can do a bunch of crazy strats, like Maverick can reinforce a wall, then Maverick torch it himself. Like, I don't know, the gameplay is truly starting to unlock itself here, and I think a lot of the Dfront player base is realizing that. And I'll be honest, I know people don't believe what anyone says anymore because everyone thinks that people are paid or they have an ulterior motive. I think it's fun. The reason why I think it's fun is because when I play it, I have fun. I am allowed to come on here and say that I don't like stuff. I can criticize Ubisoft as much as I want. People don't believe that. I mean, I guess that's fine. You don't really have a reason to believe me, I guess. I mean, skepticism is always a good thing, especially as a consumer. But I genuinely have been having a blast on Dfront. And the people I've been meeting and the teammates, I've been like better than teammates you get in Core Siege quick match. Like, I'm getting constant call outs. I'm getting people playing the objective. I'm getting people coordinating. Like, it genuinely does make me want a ranked mode for this game mode. And I do think a ranked mode is required. It's a feeling I didn't have when I first played Dfront, but as I've seen it go on, I definitely think a ranked mode is required for one reason. A lot of people do like to leave mid-game when they're losing, which is an issue which Quick Match has as well. However, from a gameplay design, when it comes to like Core Siege versus Dfront. I actually think when you lose a player mid-game on Dfront, it's actually worse than Core Siege, because like I said, Dfront is a bit of a tug of war. If you're losing a player halfway through that, you know, there's a bit of an issue there. Of course, star players can stand up and, you know, take control, and that happens in Siege when you lose a player as well, but I definitely feel like you feel the effect of that more in Dfront because it's more of like a snowball effect. And I'm not saying they should add abandoned sanctions to it, but if you had a ranked mode, that would have abandoned sanctions to it, which would allow for a stronger structure. I also definitely think that there needs to be more rewards. I do recall them saying something along the lines of this, that they are going to be adding more rewards for Dfront. If I'm not wrong, they did say that at the reveal for Operation High Stakes, which is a very cool thing. But yeah, I definitely think there needs to be more to grind towards. I think a ranked mode would go hand in hand with this, as well as a bunch of cool rewards for this, for players to actually be engaged a bit more. Like, don't get me wrong, the challenges you have right now are pretty cool. It's sort of, I guess, more than ranked has at the moment. Like, yeah, you do have the ranked rewards at the end of the season, but Dfront's had weekly challenges where, sorry, not weekly, they were like monthly, sorry. And by the end of the season, you got yourself this sledge bundle by doing, I think it was the headgear week 1, and then the uniform, sorry, month 1, I keep saying week, then the uniform month 2, and then this current month, which is going to be ending soon, was the weapon skin. So it was that sledge skin that was at the menu, and I've done all these challenges, so I have it. Next season, it's going to be sort of the similar case, but with Solace. We are also getting a new assignment in Operation High Stakes as well, which I actually think is better than our current one. Our current one is to rescue Dokkaebi, so it's a bit of a hostage extract assignment, whereas the one in Operation High Stakes is a bit of a secure the area lockdown, where you're hacking the Kaze server in the middle of the map, which I think is a very fun assignment. I like both of them, but I think I might prefer this securing one a little bit more. Now, these assignments as well are tied in with the lore. So considering that Dokkaebi has been saved in the lore, and that's what we got to play as, we're now moving into the hacking of the Kaze server. And if Dfront is going to continue to progress with the lore, such as Core Sieges, I do wonder how they're going to go about doing it. Like, maybe we'll just leave Detroit and then that map won't get any new assignment updates, or maybe they'll get non-canonical updates, or then they'll just repeat the current assignments, but it can be like random what any time you get. So one match you could get the Dokkaebi assignment, the next match you could maybe get the server one, and maybe they add a third one in season 4 as well, because I do like to imagine we will get a new Dfront map at some point. I like District, it's pretty fun. It's not my favorite aesthetic. I think visually I would have maybe liked a different map, so I would be quite interested to see what Dfront map we could get in the future. But if we do get another map, I would like to see some more structure changes first, like a ranked mode and stuff like that. Give people a genuine reason to want to play it, other than my reason that it's fun, because not every, you know, something being fun these days doesn't do it for everyone. They want rewards. But yeah, I do think some people have maybe been a bit too quick to write Dfront off. Like, I agree, it kind of wasn't the best when it first came out. That's just purely because of lack of player understanding, which is understandable. It just came out. And as well as the fact that, like, the HP kind of sucked, but they fixed that. They sort of you went to like 100 HP when you were injured, so it didn't lead to satisfying gunfights. But they've changed that, and the gunfights feel good now. It's a bit more in line with Core Siege. So I guess if you're someone who only played Dfront during the beta, or played it during the beginning of the season, give it another try. You don't have to like it, but just give it another try. I think it is pretty fun. You'll get really cool moments and really cool synergy moments. Like, even when I was on the test server as well, like, I don't know what it is with Dfront players, but they play the game more objective based than Core Siege players do. Like, I was playing on the test server Dfront for year 10 season 3, so next season, and like, the players were helping me do the brand new assignment. And then, like, I was so surprised that not only I found the game fast on the test server, that people were actually playing the objective. I go at Core Siege and play Denari and I get team killed. I know I'll probably get dragged for this statement, but genuinely, I think Ubisoft do have something going with Dfront. I think more structure added to it with a ranked mode, more rewards, and more player incentive will unlock the potential that a lot of players already see in the mode. It is a fun game of tug of war. I am genuinely enjoying it. I think there's a lot of really cool gadget moments happening as well. The mixture of attackers and defenders is a really cool thing. I guess my major concern for Dfront is resource management compared to Core Siege. Like, I don't know how long it takes to make a map. I'm not a map dev. but for a lot of players, they would rather see a new core siege map than a new Dfront map. So if they can balance it in a way which doesn't feel like one mode's getting priority over the other is what I meant to say there, then they should definitely do that. I assume they are. Like, they're not as incompetent as everyone thinks they are. And the more I play Dfront, the more I see the vision that the devs have, the more I can see the execution which they have done, and I genuinely think it is a solid addition to the game itself. I still remember something that one of my IRL friends told me back at the Dfront beta before Siege X launched, and he was saying like, oh yeah, I installed the beta. I feel like Dfront is a breath of fresh air that the game needed, and I think that is a very strong statement. Like, for me as an R6 YouTuber to hear that from one of my IRL friends who hasn't touched the game in like 6 years, I don't know. I thought that was like, okay, wow, like maybe there's something I'm not seeing here. Like, of course I enjoyed Dfront, but I did have my concerns. I know what the community's like. I kind of know what a bit of the reaction would be like, just based on the fact that of what it isn't a core siege thing, and it maybe is a bit more casual friendly. But like, hearing someone who's not played the game in that many years say that to my face, I was kind of just like, all right, like, trust the process here. Like, I'm really interested to see how this goes. And yeah, definitely with the HP reduction, making it feel a bit more like core siege, and then the fact that just the players on Dfront understand what they're doing. Like, I'm not saying you have to be all like Bolo, like some of them have terrible aim, but I have teammates who are still trying to play the objective, and it does add structure to the mode. I don't know, I'm personally having a ton of fun with it recently. I've been playing with a bunch of other people. We even got a 6-stack going at one time. But yeah, I think a ranked mode is necessary. I think if you've brushed off the mode, give it another try. That's all I'll say. You don't have to like it. No one's gonna force you to like it. I just say, give it another shot and just see how it goes. But yeah, I'm hopeful about the future of Dfront. I'm interested in it, and I think it is a solid, worthy secondary mode for Rainbow Six Siege. So be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you like Dfront? Do you play Dfront? What are your true thoughts on it? Drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. Some of you are new. And yeah, I'm going to go play some Dfront, get some background footage for this video, and I'll catch you next one.